unparalleled player versus player realism. First off, though, let me clarify as to why I say player versus player. Orchestra 2 is realistic, but there are other realistic games, and one that immediately comes to my mind is Arma 2. While Arma 2 is arguably more realistic than Orchestra 2, it does not compare PvP-wise. Arma 2 is normally played versus AI with game modes like CTI. Orchestra 2 has a lot of realistic features that are fun, but don't push you to the point where you get so angry at the game you don't want to play because of how realistic it is. You have multiple bipods, a first-person cover system, environmental temperatures which influence the rate that machine guns heat up, that's just a lot of detail put in, suppression, and so much more. 64-player servers at launch. Nowadays, everyone wants 64-player servers, whether you're on PS3, Xbox, PC. PC players actually are the only ones who end up getting it, but that's besides the point. Only Battlefield 3 was recently able to bring 64-player servers, and to be blunt, they weren't very good. They were unoptimized, and they weren't perfected for the map sizes. They only worked on some maps, and on others, they were absolute slaughterfests. 64-player servers, however, on Orchestra 2 run smoothly and feel right for the map sizes. Also, I stated at launch, because with an SDK on the way, that number could even double. Mods. Tripwire did something that I think is ingenious. Before the game was even released, they let some dedicated and talented mod teams use the SDK to start developing full-fledged total conversions. Already, we've seen trailers for Rising Storm, which is a Pacific conversion. So not only will you be dealing with the Russians, you'll have the Japanese, so that's pretty cool. Also, you have in-country Vietnam, which is quite obviously a Vietnam conversion, so that's going to change things up quite a bit with, fully automatic guns and things like that. Between the States, which is a Civil War mod, and more. Sorry, we're dealing with countless mods, and the game has only been out for a few months. Infinite maps. Well, yeah, I know, that is a bold claim to make, but it is definitely possible because of the SDK. You never know how long people are going to be making all these cool, new, large, small maps. Anything people can dream up. The great thing about it is these maps will be ranked, unlike what happened in Call of Duty 4, where maps could be made, but nobody really wanted to play them because they weren't ranked. The SDK, which will be coming out soon, I hope, is going to be an Unreal Engine-like SDK, because the game is obviously running on Unreal Engine 3. Supporting indie developers is important. You'll hear this a lot from all kinds of gamers. Purchasing independently made games leads to more innovation in the gaming industry. Indie developers are the ones who push boundaries and take risks to create games they want to play, whereas a good deal of AAA companies simply make games with the goal of making money. Look at Call of Duty. See, they pump out the same game each year with little innovation and little new features added to the game because they don't want to break the formula that gives them so much money. Whereas companies like Tripwire, which are independent, are able to produce new games that are different, and they can take those extra risks because they're not under the constraints of a publisher.